Hello students, welcome back to the online session. Today we will do the second part of chapter number 12, that is Marco Polo. We have done the first part in the last class. So today we will do the second part of the chapter number 12, Marco Polo. But before starting reading the second part, I would like you people to revise the first part. For that, we will do a small activity. Right? Are you ready? So, Marco Polo part number 2. Pre-reading activity. Recapitulation. Here you can see the para with blanks. You all have to fill in these blanks with the words you have read in the first part of your chapter. So, note down this and fill in these blanks. Let's begin. Marco Polo was a dash and an dash. He wanted to learn about the people, their food dash and their culture. Marco Polo was born in dash in 1254. When he was 17, he set out on his first dash with his father dash and his uncle dash. He wanted to visit dash to find out about the country and its people. So, we have another para also, but first of all you do this para. Fill up the blanks. I am giving you few seconds. Think about the words you have read in the first part. Have you done? Very good. Now, I will tell you the answers. You people check your copies. Right? Marco Polo was a merchant and an adventurer. He wanted to learn about the people, their food habits and their culture. Marco Polo was born in Venice in 1254. When he was 17, he set out on his first voyage with his father Niccolo and his uncle Maffo. He wanted to visit China to find out about the country and its people. Now, second para. It took him dash years to reach China. The wealth and dash of the Chinese cities impressed Marco Polo. He was dashed by the dash and the greatness of Dash Khan's court. The capital city of Dash was large but well dash and clean. The roads were wide. All this was well dash anything he had experienced in Venice. Now, fill up the blanks. Are you done? Come on, children. Tell me, are you done? So, very good. Let us check their answers. It took him 3 years to reach China. The wealth and luxury of the Chinese cities impressed Marco Polo. He was fascinated by the grandness and the greatness of Kublai Khan's court. The capital city of Kinsey was large but well organized and clean. The roads were wide. All this was well beyond anything he had experienced in Venice. So, this was the first part of your chapter. Now, we will read the second part of this chapter. But before that, note down the difficult words and their meanings. Learning new words and their meanings in the given context. First, messenger. Messenger. Messenger is a person who carries message, who brings message to you. That person is called messenger. Second, spy. Spy. This is a person who keeps secret watch, right? Third, emperor. Emperor. It means king. Fourth, captured. Captured. It means took into possession. Fifth, prison. Prison. It is another word for jail. Sixth word is released. Released. It means freed. Seventh word is wealthy. Wealthy. It means rich. Eighth word is well known. Well known. It means famous or popular, who is known to everyone. Ninth word is narrated. Narrated. It means told. You can see in the picture, Marco Polo is narrating something to Kublai Khan, right? He is telling something, right? When teachers tell you stories, they narrate you stories. You tell about your experiences to others. You narrate that, right? 10th word is translated. Translated, which means expressed in another language. It can be in written form, it can be in oral form. 11th word is detailed. Detailed, which means having many details or facts. Last word is throughout. Throughout, which means all around. So, these are the words you are going to read in the text of your chapter. Now, let us read and enjoy the chapter. Marco Polo, part number 2. Marco Polo lived in China for many years and learned to speak the local language. He learned to speak the native language of China. He traveled throughout China. He traveled all around the China. He served as a messenger and spy for the emperor. He worked for emperor. He was a messenger or a spy to the king. He visited a lot of countries in Western Asia, North Africa, and Southern Europe. He visited many countries in Western Asia, North Africa, and Southern Europe. During these visits, he learnt about different cultures, foods, and people. He saw many places and things that nobody from Europe had ever seen before. After traveling for 24 years, Marco, along with his father and uncle, decided to return to Venice. Marco Polo, with his father and uncle, returned to Venice after 24 years. They had left home in 1271 and finally returned in 1295 after a long time. A few years after returning home, Venice fought a war with the city of Genoa. Marco was captured and put in a Genoese prison. He was released from prison in 1299. He became a wealthy merchant. He married a lady named Donata Bedore and had 3 children. He died on 8th of January 1324 at the age of 70 and was buried in the church of San Lorenzo in Venice. It was in the prison that Marco met a well-known story writer. He met a famous story writer in a prison, in Genoese prison. Marco narrated detailed stories of his journey to the writer. He narrated about his journeys to that story writer, who wrote all the stories in a book called The Travels of Marco Polo. And that story writer wrote a book on his journeys, on Marco Polo's journeys. And the name of the book was The Travels of Marco Polo. It became a very popular book. That book became famous. It was translated into many languages. It was written in many other languages and read throughout Europe. And it was read all over the Europe. It is said that Christopher Columbus, another explorer, was greatly inspired by the book. It is believed that he carried it along with him on his travels. Christopher Columbus, he was another explorer. He took that book with his journey, with him on his journey. He was very inspired by the book, The Travels of Marco Polo, so he took that book on his journey. Right? So, this was your chapter Marco Polo. We have finished the chapter here. This was about Marco Polo, who was an adventurous person. He was an explorer. He explored China and many other countries. He collected information about people, their food habits, their culture. He returned to Venice after 24 years. He went to jail, and there he told his journeys, his stories about journeys to a story writer who wrote a famous book called The Travels of Marco Polo, on Marco's journey. And this book was carried by Christopher Columbus on his journeys. So, this was the chapter Marco Polo. Now, post-reading activity. We have done this in the last class also. We will continue this same activity. Vocabulary expansion, idioms. English idioms, proverbs and expressions are an important part of everyday English. Idioms are a group of words established by usage and have a different meaning than is apparent from the words. For example, over the moon, see the light. They come up all the time in both written and spoken English. Let us look at some idioms and their meanings. Idioms are a group of words which have different meanings than the words written in that idiom. They are like knowledge given to others, right? So, we will do some idioms today as well. First, blessing in disguise. Blessing in disguise, which means something good that isn't recognized at first. Something good happened which was not recognized before, right? Cry over spilt milk. Cry over spilt milk. It means when you complain about a loss from the past. It is used when you complain about a loss which has been in the past. It was happened long time before and you're still crying over it. So then we use cry over spilt milk. Kill two birds with one stone. It means to achieve two things with one action. When you do anything, you get two results out of it. That is called kill two birds with one stone. Fourth, once in a blue moon. Once in a blue moon, which means happens very rare. Blue moon is not always seen. It comes after a long time. So it happens very rare. Last one is turn over a new leaf. Turn over a new leaf, which means to change one's behavior, usually in a positive way. You want to change any behavior, but in positive way. It has good results, right? So, these are the meanings of these idioms. Now, we will make sentences of these idioms. Activity: make sentences of the idioms you have studied. First, blessing in disguise. Blessing in disguise, which means thing that is not thought before, but it happens, good thing. So the sentence for it is, positive people try to see problems as blessings in disguise. Second, cry over spilt milk. And the sentence is, it is no use crying over spilt milk, right? The thing which has been done, why to cry over it now, right? Third, kill two birds with one stone, having two good results with one activity. And the sentence is, he killed two birds with one stone by selling his old car at high price. He got two results of his activity and those are good. His old car is sold and he got high price, high money for it, right? Fourth, once in a blue moon, which happens very rare. We go out to eat once in a blue moon. Fifth, turn over a new leaf. And the sentence is, always try to turn over a new leaf, with any opportunity. If you get any chance, you should try to turn over a new leaf, learn new things from this in a positive way, right? So, these were the idioms. Now, post-reading activity, learning to read and comprehend. Choose the correct option. You have to choose the correct option for the question. First question is, how did Marco Polo serve the Chinese emperor? How did Marco Polo serve the Chinese emperor? Options are as a messenger and explorer, as a messenger and spy, as a spy and explorer, and the last one, as a messenger and explorer. So, which is the correct option? Right, second one is the correct option, as a messenger and spy. He was working as a messenger and spy. Next, after how many years did Marco Polo return to Venice? After how many years did he return to Venice? 24 years, 17 years, 15 years, or 3 years. Third, name the book that contains stories about Marco's journey. What was the name of the book about his journeys? Options are The Travels of Niccolo, The Travels of Maffo, The Travels of Khan, and the last, The Travels of Marco Polo. Now you tell me the answer. After how many years did Marco Polo return to Venice? Tell me. Very good, 24 years. And what was the name of the book? The Travels of Marco Polo. Fourth, what was the effect of the war between Venice and Genoa upon Marco Polo? Options are, he was captured and put in a Persian prison. Second, he was captured and put in a Chinese prison. Third, he was captured and put in a Genoese prison. And the last one, he was captured and put in a Venice prison. In which prison was he? Tell me, what was the effect? Yes, he was captured and put in a Genoese prison. And the last question is, who carried the book, The Travels of Marco Polo, along with him on his travels? Who carried his book on his journeys with him? First, Christopher Columbus. Second, Kublai Khan. Third, Niccolo. Fourth, none of the above. Who carried the book? Tell me. Come on. Very good. It was Christopher Columbus who carried the book, The Travels of Marco Polo, on his journeys. This is the pic of Christopher Columbus, right? So, this was your chapter Marco Polo and its exercises. I hope you all have understood the chapter very clearly. So, now home assignment, learning to write. Imagine that you are a traveler. Write the experiences of your visit to any place in brief. Think that you are a traveler. Play a role of a traveler. Visit to any place and write about your experience in brief, and get these checked from your teachers and tell these experiences to your friends. Share the experiences with your friends. So, this was for today. This PPT is prepared and presented by Chavi, English Mistress in Government Middle School, Ballakala, Block Murinda, District Roopnagar. This is an initiative taken by Department of School Education, Punjab. Thank you. Have a nice day.